Hello there. Thank you so much once again for joining me at the Voices podcast. Today, I have a special guest in the studio. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Ignatius Kabagambe, who is a communication expert. He's a researcher in the communications field, and also he's a veteran journalist. Most people know him online as an activist of good service delivery in Rwanda. And he's also a founder and a CEO of Golden Service Initiative in Rwanda. Today he joins us mostly to discuss about his initiative, which is Golden Service Initiative in Rwanda, that focuses on activism on good service delivery. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining me, Ignatius.
It's a pleasure.
I've been looking for you. I think it's just 1 week, and finally I've got you.
Yeah, congratulations.
And I love the work you do. I love the work
Thank
you do
you.
when it comes to campaigning or ensuring that service delivery is well focused in Rwanda.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is something that you saw that is lacking, that we need to put much emphasis on.
Yes.
And it kept me wondering why what inspired you to shift your focus on towards service delivery, advocating for service delivery in Rwanda.
Thank you very much. What inspired me is what is possible in terms of changing, improving in the sector.
Before you go further,
Yes.
I don't know, have I introduced you well, or is there something
Yeah,
I missed that
nothing.
you felt like?
Nothing. Yeah, maybe the only other thing is that day-to-day basis, I'm a staff of the University of Rwanda in the communications office. Yeah, so back to your question. Golden Service Initiative was inspired by what is possible in the service sector because it's one area where a lot can be done, but also in the same way, doesn't take much to improve it. Doesn't take much of resources that we don't have. It's a matter of continuing to change our attitudes and raising our commitments and levels of expectations from the side of service beneficiaries, people who receive services. My day-to-day work with on the platforms where we are on the WhatsApp groups where we are now almost 6,000 members. I encourage people to be bold when they are asking for a service, a better service. Get to know their entitlements. Get to know that they deserve a good service, because when someone doesn't know they deserve a good service, they are not going to demand for better when they get less. And when they demand for better, when they demand for more, when they push back against a substandard service, that kind of motivates the service provider. It compels them to do more, to invest further into improving their services, whether training their staff or whether adding any facilities, but also making sure that every one of their staff understands that service excellence, customer service, service delivery is something that an entity, an institution owes to the public. So that they understand that they are not only going to provide a service, they are going to provide a service that satisfies the one who is being served. So I focus much. Golden Service focuses a lot on making the service beneficiary, making the ordinary citizen, making you and I who are going somewhere in a hotel, in a government institution, to ask for a certain service, making us understand that we are going to be the center of attention by the one who we are asking for service from, and it is our right to be satisfied, and it's the obligation of the service provider to satisfy us in terms of how quickly they serve us, how fast they answer our emails, how well they receive us, the replies to the questions we ask, whether through email or phone calls or WhatsApp. We want to see that the one who is serving us, the other side, is enthusiastic about that and feels like they owe us excellent service.
In your view, if we are to speak to a lay person, I mean, an ordinary Rwandan, what would good service delivery mean? Because as you just mentioned in your recently while you were speaking, you said that we should know that there is something we demand. We should know what we demand from them.
Yes.
So that we know whether they've given us good service or bad service.
Yes.
So to an ordinary Rwandan, how can I know that? What are some of the criteria to consider when I need to see whether my service has been well delivered?
Okay, let's say, for example, start with the hospitality industry. You go to a hotel. You go to Marriott, for example, or you go to Serena, or to go to Java Cafe, or you go to Bourbon Coffee, or you go to Classic Hotel up here. So you are going there. If you are driving, you'll park. So you expect someone at the security check at the entrance to help you, to ease you in and go and park. You find parking, and then you get out, and then you enter the hotel. So the people receiving you, you are looking at them, and they are looking at you. How are they receiving you? How happy are they? How excited are they to receive you? So that shows with their facial expression. If you are going to their restaurant, for example, someone will show you, maybe you know where you are going, and then you go to a restaurant, and then you take a seat. Some waiters and waitresses in the hotels, in some of the restaurants, think that asking you what you want to take, drink, or eat in the first 10 seconds, 30 seconds is good service. For me, that's not. Allow me to sit, take a breath, a minute or two pass by. And then when you come, be ready to take my order, for example. You tell me what is there, or maybe I'm looking at it from the menu. I expect you to tell me how long it will take. And I expect if it's going to take 20 minutes or 30 minutes, it's important you tell me how long my food will take, if it's food. It's a snack. So if it's going to take 30 minutes, you tell me. And when you tell me 30 minutes, let it be 30 minutes. You'd rather tell me 30 minutes when you can deliver in 20 minutes than telling me 30 minutes when it's going to take 45 minutes. For me, that is bad service. If you take more time than you told me, that's bad service. And so you bring my food on time, assuming you bring it on time. I'm expecting it to be as good as you told me, as I expected, and well cooked. And then, but I know no one intends to give bad food. What I expect from you, if you are serving me, especially probably as I'm eating or at the end, take time and ask me what it felt like. Was it good? Was it good? Those are basics for me. As someone who goes to a hotel, take time to ask me how it was. And when I pay, thank me for paying. Because I've been a customer.
Sure.
Thank me for paying, ask me how the food was, and thank me for coming and encourage me to come back. It's in your interest as a service provider. So it's good for you if you are a hotelier, if you are a manager or or a waitress or a waiter or a manager in the hotel. It's good for you to treat me that kindly that courteously, the way you receive me, the way you talk to me, the way you serve me, the way you are honest with me, what I see on your face. So treat me kindly, because at the end of the day, that will play a big part in whether I come back. So not only are you sending out a satisfied customer who, even if you don't appeal to them to come back, they will be thinking about coming back because you gave them a good service. And that's what you want. You want people to keep coming to your restaurant. So start with the ones that you have served. So you have satisfied them. But when you add that extra after service gesture of telling, how was it? Please come back when you think about visiting us again. We are happy to serve you as well, or even better as we have served you today. So that's, for me, good service in a restaurant. But you go now to Rwanda Revenue Authority or National Land Authority, usabye icyangombwa, you are asking for a land title, you are applying for it. There are always days, the time stipulated that it will take for you to get what you're asking for. And there are procedures to follow. Online nowadays, because we send our requests by email through online
Platforms
systems,
that have been put,
platforms. Now, I have heard people saying they don't get replies as soon as possible, or as soon as they need them, because soon as possible may be determined the other side or the people you have written to. So the systems are there, the platforms are there, and you write, you submit. Many times people don't get replies, answers that we have received, that it's now going to take this time, that we are going to get back to you in such a period of time. And then it gets frustrating. And then people start making phone calls. They start making follow-up. You're following up, you're asking. And then at times when you, in the end, find someone to talk to, many times they haven't even seen your document. Or they are just seeing it now, 10 days later. You expected an answer in 2 days. 10 days later, they are telling you, we just saw it, or we haven't seen it. And so a service, a land title that could have been given according to what the authority says, is it 2 weeks or is it 3 weeks? Is it 1 month? Ends up taking 5 times more the time that is mentioned. So people go for a service with an expectation as to when it is going to be given to them. So many times that is breached because it is not fulfilled. And it's not the fault of the service beneficiary to have expected, because the expectation is not from the blue. It is according to a regulation they have read, the communication they have seen, and they say, we give this service. It's like the immigration says, we provide a passport nowadays. How many days? Is it still 14 days? I don't know. But they say within 14 days. Now, within those 14 days, they are going to tell you, when you have submitted your application, that something is missing. Please add it. Please submit it. It is still going to be within the 14 days because they are giving themselves time to make sure your document is full. So it should be immediate, like that anywhere else. I should know that if I'm asking for a land title, this is the procedure, this is where I pass, this is how I get feedback when my file is not properly submitted or it is lacking something. So I get feedback. And then I give you what you asked me to do. And then tell me, now that your file is full, we're asking for nothing more, you can expect your title in 10 days, in 15 days, in 30 days. And that should be according to
what you're saying is that if someone makes an application,
yes,
go ahead and inform back that your documents are not full, you are missing A, B, C, D
Yes.
before you proceed with my documentation, process.
Yes.
Because if you delay
Yes.
replying me what I'm missing, you're still going to delay my document.
Exactly.
So what you're saying, the better is immediately as someone sends the application, inform back what is missing.
May not even be immediately, but it shouldn't take long. Because when I don't, let it take even a day, 24 hours, even 48 hours, people wouldn't say that long, that's long, or that's too delayed. But if it takes 10 days, a whole week, and then you are coming back to me, when it goes to a week, I'm expecting the outcome of what I asked for.
You're expecting the document to be...
My document. And now when it goes to a week, to 2 weeks, you are not telling me that there is something missing, then that would be very unfortunate. And it happens quite often. So instead, when you do follow-up, you haven't gotten a reply, we acknowledge the receipt and we have looked at your file and it is okay. You can now expect your title, whatever you're asking for, within the next 14 days. So no one is saying that, and yet something is wrong with the file. And so when you finally go to them following up, they say, your file, something is missing in your file.
So at Golden Service Initiative, how are you handling that?
So
mostly like on the government services.
In two ways. One, like I said before, we encourage people to be a bit persistent. And we ask them to be bold. And we ask them to know that they are entitled. They are entitled. So when you know you are entitled to a good service, to a service that satisfies you, to a service that is fast, to a service that is courteous, when you don't get it, you ask questions. So the Golden Service Initiative members, we say, you've gone to an office, make sure by the time you leave, if there was something that is not right, make sure you don't leave without making it known to them that you were not satisfied. So give them your feedback. That's what we call feedback. Telling people, when you are satisfied, tell them. When it's excellent, tell them. When it's bad, tell them. When it's ugly, tell them. Complain. Don't fight. Don't use abusive language. But make sure you give feedback that is firm and polite. And so that is what we encourage people to do. And because we have seen that when people do that, officials in the service providing organizations, they become responsive. And so the more we are going to be asking questions, the more we are going to be demanding for better, for quicker, for higher service delivery, the more it's going to become so compelling to the service providers to up their game in the job that they do.
Do you have an example where one of your members has complained about something and there has been an immediate impact to
every
it?
day? Almost
Give one big example
almost
that stands out for you.
Okay, without mentioning names.
Yes.
Since I mentioned National Land Authority, many times a number of members, not one, not two, not even three, probably more than 10, have put their issues with the National Land Authority on the Good Service Initiative WhatsApp platforms, talking about how they have been asking for their land title. It's now 5 months. No reply, no nothing. Then they put it there. Within the next 3 days,
the land title
2 days.
Provided.
Yes.
What do you call that?
And what does it call for?
What do you call that? I mean, like, because now we are into this, but I'm wondering,
yes,
what do you call that? If someone refuses to release someone's land title for 5 months, and then after a complaint, he releases it in just 3 days.
There is a lot of...
what do you study from that?
There's a lot of incompetences and lack of goodwill and lack of commitment to serve within the middle layers of an organization. Because why it finally gets to be served in 3 days when it had taken 5 months is always because the head of the organization or a senior manager has intervened. So whenever we go to places and we are not served well to our expectation, many times it's because of the issues of service at a lower level, middle level. The higher levels of management always want things to be done. So when it comes to their attention, they intervene and someone is served. That's number one. Number two, it could even also have been even brought to the attention of the top management and they were not served. Now that one cuts across other organizations. It's not only National Land Authority. I'm just using it as an example. You can go to Rwanda Revenue Authority, you can go to MTN, you can go to City of Kigali, you can go to a district, you can go to NIDA, you can go to some of those issues. Those issues appear there. So at other times, top management is aware. But now because the issue or a complaint has been brought into the public's eye, it is published for everyone there to see, no one wants to look bad. No one wants to look as though they are not doing their job. So they raise it to a priority level where they are going to attend to it.
And then they undermine other people's also problems, yet they're the ones that are going to be recurrent.
Yeah, so it's a mixture. That's what I have seen, because I know sometimes even the top executive knows that this hasn't been, or this has been lodged to us as an application or as a request, but someone hasn't been replied. The moment we put it on GSI, the answer comes. And we're always saying, a good service given to someone is not about giving them what they are looking for, what they want. No, because we might be asking something that is not according to the law, that is not given the way you want it, but the minimum we expect is an answer, and an answer that is timely, so that I know I am going to get it, I will not get it, or I'm going to get it at a certain time, or I'm going to get it if I add a certain thing. Answers, replies, communicating to the service seeker is one element of service provision that is critical.
So, according to you, which sector or which sectors today in Rwanda that you see have more challenges than others, and of course, which sectors that you see that have really improved, that you commend their improvement in the country?
Look, Golden Service Initiative was sparked off by a complaint, my complaint against a certain hotel in Southern Province. And so that tells you that it started in the hospitality sector, in the hospitality industry. A lot has been happening lately because it has been a national call, it's a national effort, and especially when we are looking at how Rwanda positions itself. Look, we are having the UCI championships going on for the whole of this coming week, starting like days ago. People have been coming, and I'm sure now that the city is buzzing with new visitors, thousands of visitors. And so the people you receive, how do you want to serve them? What impression do you want to leave with them? what kind of picture do you want to paint in their mind in as far as you as a country in terms of service, how you portray yourself. And the hotel industry, the hospitality industry has a big role to play. And because I remember President Kagame, and I've been using this as one of our inspiring gestures, said that people who accept bad service, and that time he was talking about bad service from hotels, for example. You make it difficult for bad service to be history, because when you don't push back, you keep getting what you got, even when it wasn't good. So there has been some kind of good pressure on the service sector, I mean the hospitality industry, because we keep getting abashitsi, visitors, guests who come for these international conferences, kind of criticize us yourselves. We have heard people saying, oh, Rwanda, you people, you are good this way, you are good this, that way, on security, on the way, your roads, your cleanliness, but service, oh my God, in your hotels, it can be a lot better. And so we call upon ourselves and each other to make sure that we always improve, so that we impress. Impression for what? Not just for the sake of impressing. Impress these people so that they can come back. Again, because decisions to hold events in a particular country, conversations take place away from this country, in other cities. And so the decision makers need to have positive impression, not only as about how well we organize events, but how much guests this country end up being satisfied by the service we provide, including in hotel. And so because of that pressure, improvement, this is now to answer your question, improvement in the hospitality industry has been visible. It has been visible. The other sector is public sector. I mean, like the places I've been talking to you about. Because again, we have a government that is very responsive. The leadership of this government, or the government of Rwanda, is very alert. And people know that if they are reported or exposed or put out there as having given a bad service, someone in a higher authority is going to question. And so that is why you keep, and that gives you the answer as to why does it get attention first when we put it on GSI WhatsApp platforms? It's because a mayor, a director general, or an executive secretary, or chief executive officer, or a director, they don't want to be seen as having come short in providing a particular service, because they know how this government is led. It is the ambition is to be excellent at serving. We haven't been perfect, but at least the ambition is to continue excelling in service delivery.
So the sectors that are still lagging behind, you can't specify any of the sectors that you've seen really that now you're focusing more. Because when I look at your groups, on your group, I was trying to check on your groups, you have over 7,000 people following you.
Yes.
Over 7,000 on the WhatsApp groups.
That's true.
And these people are always texting.
Yes.
I'm lucky that you added me in all the groups.
Yes.
And I'm following, I'm watching what is happening. And I noticed that people are reporting, even people who don't package their goods. Like you go and buy maybe a banana from a fruits shop, and then someone fails to package it, gives it to you. I saw people reporting that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And people actually take pictures of these shops. So how are you managing that? How are you trying to manage that people don't intentionally damage the image of someone?
Good question. We have kind of editorial line that we follow. And I set it right from the beginning. And I keep publishing it time and again, reminding people the values that we uphold, the principles that we follow, the guidelines that we stick to. And basically, I say, if you are going to give feedback about service, make sure that you have the evidence of what happened. You are not reporting what someone told you. You must report what you saw or what happened to you, including mentioning the time, the place, and probably the person who gave you the service. What happened? What time was it? What did you say to them? What did they say to you? You have to put it there. Many times people call me or write to me, inbox, and say, I have this kind of problem, please, can you advocate for me? I say, okay, are you on GSI group platforms? He says yes or no. When she says yes, he say, please put it there yourself. Because when someone puts it there themselves, they're able to stand by it. And then I say, don't exaggerate. Don't add anything. Don't remove anything. Say it the way it is. And don't make judgments. Don't say it happened like this, because of corruption, because of rudeness, because of negligence. Just say what happened. Because you don't have to say people neglected me. Or you don't have to say people pulled an attitude on me. Just say what happened. Because if you ask for a service, and it took 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, we already can see that there was negligence. So just say it the way it is. In Kinyarwanda we say bivuge mu kinyabupfura. Udahutaza, udakomeza. Make it polite, make it decent, but make it truthful. So we are making sure that you, the person giving feedback, you're also being held accountable for what you are saying. Because we don't encourage you, we restrict, we discourage defamation. Because our intention is to make sure that the improvement we arrive at in the end happens with minimum damage to your reputation, to your image as an organization, as a person, as an institution. So that's why we say it, but say it in a good way. When you've gotten something ugly from a staff, don't advocate for the punishment of the staff. You get nothing. We instead call for further training, for sharpening of the skills of the staff, and wishing them well. Because I really want to come back next time and find that staff who didn't give me a good service to have improved and is still there, than not finding her there because she was a victim of a service, an unsatisfying service that she gave to me. So by saying that, we make sure that no one is bringing rumors, no one is bringing exaggerations, no one is bringing rudeness, no one is bringing anger, no one. That is what guides us. Goodness, positivity. Say it on if you must say it, and say it truthfully.
Have you had a case that went unchecked?
Oh yes, we put there complaints that have gone unchecked and answered and attended to, and what we have done is recycle them. We bring them back. Yeah, complainants will come to me and say, "Oh, Ignatius, please help. Nothing has been done. I'm still where I was 2 weeks ago." I say, bring back that issue. So I tag the people who are concerned in particular organizations who are being appealed to provide the service. That's one. The other thing I do is, from behind the scenes, I call officials just to tell them there's something that concerns you. Make sure you attend to it before it blows out of proportion to something you don't like. And many times I'm so happy with the response that I get. Some issues have been addressed actually before being published on the platforms, because people bring them to me, I look at it, I realize it's a genuine case, it's a genuine complaint. And so I say, before you put it on the platform, let me talk to the officials in this organization because I know them. I will talk to them even if I don't know them, because it's okay to I'm helping them anyway. I'm helping the citizen, the ordinary citizen who has a
And
problem.
the institution at the same
But
time.
I'm also helping that institution. And I'm so happy to do it because the ordinary citizen is my compatriot. N'umunyarwanda nkanjye. And the institution that is in question is a Rwandan institution. And so as a patriotic Rwandan, I'm happy when everyone is happy, doing their job without facing criticisms and embarrassments, and when an ordinary citizen gets what they want as fast as possible.
So, according to you, the current accountability mechanisms in Rwanda, are they really strong enough?
Yes.
To ensure citizens get rights to quality service?
Actually, the accountability mechanisms are stronger than the ordinary citizens know. And that's what part of our job is, continuously reminding them their entitlements, continuously reminding them about the goodwill of the leadership in our government, that the citizen gets served well. I constantly remind them that umuturage kwisonga. Umuturage kwisonga, the citizen is the center of focus in anything that this country government does. And so it is not just a campaign slogan. Or if anyone thought that it is a campaign slogan, I will take you on, me as the ordinary citizen, and say, aha, you said umuturage kwisonga now. This one doesn't look like ndi kwisonga. This one doesn't look like I'm really the center of focus in terms of service delivery. But I really am so satisfied that the government of Rwanda wants to do things well. But the government of Rwanda, organizations, departments, ministries, any level, the staff are you and me and him. And so there are those people that I said who are not as keen as you or me to give a good service for whatever reason. And so that is why you see that a government like government of Rwanda, led by President Kagame, and everyone knows how well he wants the ordinary citizen to be served. People serving under him are not as enthusiastic, are not as committed, are not as alert, are not as himself. Because the lower you go from him, those who are closer to him will always want to be like him and serve him well and do things. But the lower you go, you find that the fire, the strength, the commitment, goes down. It reduces. But even down, you'll find there are people who are good. You find there are people who are committed. You'll find there are people who will work and work hard with minimum supervision. Will work extra hours to make sure that the replies go. And but those are rare cases. Otherwise, what you need at every level are supervisors, are cadres of the nation of service in every institution that are committed enough to make sure they follow up on every request, on every commitment and every assignment where they are required to serve the public. So, and the more we keep vibing about this on Golden Service Initiative, the more sensitized and mobilized the ordinary person is going to be, because the more people we have in the communities, in our society, who know that we have a government that wants to serve us well, so let's demand good service from government organizations and other sectors, then if we have more people, as many people as possible, then the attitudes are going to change. And within the next 5 years, 10 years, who knows, we are going to be excelling in every sector in terms of service delivery.
No, I like it that you are now focusing on the citizens, people who want the services.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering, the service providers, because some people might be giving bad service, but not intentionally. Someone might not know that really I was supposed to do A, B, C, D. Maybe in their capacity, they think they've really done their best.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's why I want to ask you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As Golden Service Initiative, what is your target what are you planning when it comes to service providers? Are you planning to also support them?
Yes.
Do you have an initiative where you want to make sure that they are also trained, they are also given a chance to know what is really required from them? Because sometimes people don't know what they need to provide.
Yeah, good question. That is, we really have that intention. That's within our plans. Next year will be only 1 year old because we started on 12th of October last year. When we started, my target was to have 1,000 members within 3 months. By the end of 3 months, by the end of 1 month, actually, I had 3,000 members. Now, like close to 7,000, like 7,000, like you're saying. And so, the initial achievement is rallying people together, people who want to give a voice, render a service in terms of giving feedback, genuine feedback, as a way of mobilizing us as Rwandans in terms of expectations, in terms of looking at the service provider in their face and saying we expect more. To Kabiwamenyereza, we want the service providers to get used to that. That Rwandans are now sharp. Rwandans are now, they know what they're entitled to. They know a good service is an entitlement, a right to them, not a favor. So that one, we're still doing that. But we, like you're saying, we have also realized we can do more than that. Because now we are like kind of critics. We're kind of there to tell people, to tell institutions, organizations that you can improve here, here it's not good, and so we have been doing that, and we have had impact. What we are going to focus on, and now that we are also registered as a community benefit company in RDB, we are looking at how to mobilize the resources from corporate organizations, so that we are able to conduct training sessions, say in customer care, customer service, service delivery. Because indeed, like you're saying, many people who give a substandard service don't want it to be like that. They just don't know how to do it better. They were not trained to do it better. They were not, they haven't had workshop sessions since their college time, where they trained at university or another short course. So they haven't been sharpened further. And maybe the institutions they work for, the restaurants, the hotels, any organization they work for, maybe they don't have those resources. Or maybe they don't even think they should budget for that. So when we are going to find a way of coming in when we get the resources, that we provide those services, those training sessions at minimum cost, almost affordable by whoever needs it, so that we will be opening another branch of our service. We've been pointing out flaws. Now we want to make contribution in
correcting the problems
and sealing those holes of inefficiency in service delivery.
So this brings me to another question. Do Rwandan journalists, because now, as you just mentioned, mostly the work is done by the citizens, the victims of poor service, the ones that are reporting on the Golden Initiative. I'm wondering, have you noticed that journalists are taking their responsibility to intervene and see? Because, of course, as you know, media can also play a big role in ensuring that where poor service delivery has been noticed, they can also give a sounding voice.
Yes.
A higher voice than a citizen's voice.
Yes.
Is there anything that is happening there, or you haven't seen anything from the media side that plays the same role?
They do, but there is a lot more they can do. Because what Golden Service Initiative is doing basically is journalistic work. Yeah, we just report what we have seen. And we are a voice for the voiceless. I have become a champion of advocacy. This morning, someone called me from Burera. Yesterday, someone called me from Nyagatare. The other day, someone called me from Rubavu.
So you can't miss a day without receiving a call from around the country?
I receive calls mainly from people who are not yet on GSI, who have been told by members of GSI, Baturanye in the neighborhood, when they say I have a problem, I haven't been given the right fair attention at my school or at the health center that I work for, people call me from every district. Now, why are they coming to me? Someone has told them,
my problem was resolved from that side.
That person can help you. That's what they tell them. That person can help you. Oh my God. Sometimes I just say, of course, I don't.
Who am I?
I don't solve every problem they bring to me. Some of them, I tell them, no, that one is beyond my my capacity to intervene. But I have helped many others by linking them with those they have failed to reach out to. So media normally does that. But I'm happy to do it because I'm a media person, I'm a journalist, and I'm a communicator, and so I can do it as much as the New Times or RBA or TV10 can do it. What matters is that people trust and give you information, and you are able to verify that the information they are giving is true. That's number one. Number two, you are able to transmit their message, their requests to the authorities that they are trying to reach. And when you have credibility, like I've been able to have by way of how I do things, because I'm happy that whoever I take the citizens' issues to, they attend to them.
Problem.
But that is something you build over time by how you operate on media. That's why I'm so mindful about how authentic I remain, including how truthful the information I'm getting is. So now I don't go sensational, I don't exaggerate, and that is how I have built my credibility, and the people will trust me, both those who are giving me information and those whom I am giving information to.
So how do you manage to handle all these influx of messages coming on these WhatsApps? Because I've seen you're managing more than 7 WhatsApps. Is it 7 or 6?
There are 6.
6 WhatsApp
there
groups.
are 6. Yeah, there are people
all of them over 500 people. I think the
No,
smallest has
each one has the first 5 have over 1,000
over
people.
1,000.
And the 6th one has now close to 800 people. So
How do you manage these groups and ensure that everyone's case has been handled?
I have assistants volunteering to assist in terms of, because they know our rules, they know our procedures, they know our language, they know our do's and don'ts. And so I have asked them, and they have willingly accepted to always monitor, because in the first 2 months it took me a lot of time. But that a lot of time it took me also helped to set a standard that got to be known very quickly to members, that who ended up being the regulators besides me of the new members. Now, any member who brings on GSI something that is unacceptable will be quickly flagged down by some admins or even other members who are not even admins, because they know. But I have a few assistants who are also admins. They help me. Probably 4 or 5 people who every group has someone who attends to it. You just have to ask and to want to be part of the group. We don't ask you your academic qualification or how much money you have or where you are, whether you're in Kigali or Ngororero, whether you are tall or short, whether you are black or white. You just have to want to be there and want to be part of this voice.
How someone reaches you?
Yeah, we publish the WhatsApp links. I publish them on my X Twitter account, and then people who are on the groups, they share information about this wonderful initiative that is around, that has been very impactful, that solves problems through picking your issues and taking them to the problem solvers, and everyone has many people have issues, and so that keeps bringing people. Word goes around very fast that there is a group where when you put an issue, it gets attention, and then that is the ordinary citizen, that you and me, and then the executives, the leaders in institutions will also have heard, there are platforms where our issues might be put. And when they are put there, when we are not there, it's a problem. So they come, the officials come, or they ask their staff to be there. You can be sure on those 6 WhatsApp group, I can bet there is no Rwandan institution worth its name that is not represented.
Wow. What does it take someone to be removed from the group?
We don't remove many people. We don't.
But what does it take?
But we do remove some. Those who stubbornly bring on information
that is not linked
scam.
To what you're doing.
Yeah. That is not helpful. That is misleading. That is just aimed at taking people, because people get to know that there is a huge audience there. And so they say, I can advertise my business. And some of the business they want to advertise, money related, are things that GSI founders don't believe. So we quickly remove those ones. We now also don't allow people to advertise their commercial items or their events. We are beginning to ask people to pay if they want to advertise, because so that in the end, the people who are doing the administrative work, the ones I'm telling you are doing it voluntarily, so that tomorrow they can get some little pay for the time they spend making sure they keep GSI platforms in order. So we are strict now about people who bring an information or make posts that are not acceptable, but we don't remove people someone who makes a mistake or errs in a way, we ask them to be mindful of our rules. We do that on the platform, or we do that inbox. So unless you stubbornly continue, we remove you. Otherwise, we are not. We are quite kind, and we are very accommodative. But we don't allow people to make mistakes repeatedly.
So as we end our conversation today, where do you envision to see Rwanda's service delivery in maybe 5 or 10 years to come?
My dream that I know will come true is having as many Rwandans as possible who know that good service to them is a right. It's not a favor. Who know that service providers owe them not only service, but exceptional service, satisfying service. Because only when as many Rwandans as possible have upped their game in terms of knowing what their right is, will they push back constantly and resist bad service, and then it will quickly become normal to the service providers that here in this city, in this country, a bad service is no longer going to earn us money, is no longer going to keep us in business, so that they will be willing and they'll be able to give service as a standard, good service as a standard, not because someone is asking for it, so that we can become like Switzerland, so that we can become like, Nairobi. Because I know they're a bit ahead of us in terms of service delivery, customer care, and customer service. And by the way, when you talk about service delivery in general, especially when I talked about institutions of government, our institutions, the service that goes on in our institutions is way ahead in terms, if you compared it with these other countries in the region.
Definitely.
But where we lag behind is in the private sector, say in our hotels. The service you'll get at a 5-star hotel here is not going to be as beautiful as the one you'll get from a 5-star hotel in Nairobi. It will be different. And that is what we are looking for. And that's
it's likely going to be the service you get at a 3-star hotel in Nairobi.
Something like that.
Okay.
But we know, because we haven't been into these things for a very long time. We shall get there. But as far as some government institutions are concerned, in terms of service delivery, we are way ahead of the region.
Is there a moment where someone has called you and asking you to give you something, not to publish them or over a case that happened against them?
No, people know that. Somehow people know me. I will tell you, people know me. They have not tried.
Has a case happened?
They have not tried. They have not tried. Because, no, by way of how I appear and behave on the socials, how bold I am, no one dares do that.
So someone who wants to join can just reach out to you at your Twitter handle?
Yes.
X handle.
Yes,
so it's now
my
X
handle, or through you. You can give a link. You remember, you can always share the link. We share the link. I share the link quite often on my X handle, and that's how people have been joining. And I'm not sure whether when this 6th group is full, I'm not sure whether I will open a 7th one. Well, why not? Because, by the way, right from the first group,
keep opening.
Right from the first one, when to go to, I say, am I opening the 2nd one? Now there are 6. So maybe I will only close when they are 10.
No, you don't have to close.
Maybe I don't have
Maybe
to
you
close.
will close when the whole country has joined. Maybe that's the right.
We are the biggest WhatsApp community in the country.
And for sure.
No other.
I think so.
I mean, there are other organizations, other cooperatives or whatever, who with way bigger numbers of membership. But as far as membership that is together on a WhatsApp platform, we are the biggest in the country. You are not going to find any other WhatsApp community in this country that has 7,000 membership. So
Wow.
we're so proud of that. And thank you for...
Is there anything that maybe we've left behind that perhaps you wanted to stress out before we close our conversation of today?
No, let's have this conversation time and again.
Okay, cool.
Because
Yeah,
we
sure.
can't exhaust everything that we can talk about. Yeah, next time we are going, issues will have come, you will have, and then we can have another
Of
go,
course,
and
of
then we'll
course.
talk about the things that we haven't talked
To our
about.
viewers,
Yeah.
thank you so much. You've heard it from the CEO himself of the Golden Initiative Rwanda. So I think I've just
Yeah, Golden Service Initiative.
Golden Service Initiative.
Yeah.
So today we're discussing about what they're doing and the impact they've really put out there. And you've heard it. Go listen to it. And if you're proud of joining the group, please join the group through his WhatsApp link. You can as well go to his Twitter or X handle, which is Ignatius Kabagambe.
Yeah, it's Kabagambe at Kabagambe I.
Okay.
At
Cool.
Kabagambe I.
Even if you write Kabagambe
Yeah.
on Twitter,
Yeah.
in
You'll
Google,
see
you
it.
will find him. So thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you.